Live from Green Bay Distillery in the shadow of Lambeau Field, you're going inside the huddle with Marquez ValdesScantling.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Inside the Huddle. I'm your host, Josh Moser, but we need a big round of applause for our special guest host tonight, Mr. Marquez ValdesScantling. It's good to hear some claps, right?
Yeah, definitely good. Definitely good.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Just tell us how the weekend went. What'd you do on your days off?
Absolutely nothing. Just took some time to myself. Obviously, you know, the tough loss at home.
Sure.
Just needed some days to reflect on it, hang out with the pup, and just relax.
Just relax, clear your mind, hit the reset button.
For sure.
A lot of the fans, they love fantasy football. They love all of this, and every week, it's another game for them. But you're 4 weeks through the season. It's the first quarter. What does your body actually feel like at this point?
Not great.
Yeah.
Football is a very physical game. You got to fight through some injuries. You lose guys, left and right all the time. So you got to be able to fight through those injuries and try to battle a long season.
How difficult is that?
Very hard. You got to take care of your body. You got to find different ways to figure out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and just get a good routine going.
A lot of people around the league talking about PI. I know you probably thought about it all weekend. I see the smile. Not just with the Packers, but in other games as well. We want to look at your two plays. First one on sidelines with Maddox. Coach LaFleur throws the challenge flag. Doesn't get overturned on the challenge. Just what do you do in situations like this? I know you got to play through it, but what are you guys talking about now having a chance to go back and look at this?
I mean, it's just a missed call, and it's making the game really bad. It's simple as that. I don't know how you don't call that, especially after you review it. But it's out of your control. You got to go out and play the next play. But it was definitely something that needs to be corrected.
Did any of your teammates say something to you after this, like looking at you all come together collectively, and you're just like, this is ridiculous?
Yeah, I mean, we all talked about it like, like we're on the sideline looking like, that has to be a flag. Like, everyone is like, okay, we're ready to go back on the field, first down, and, it wasn't overturned, and we're like, wow, that's crazy, just to see that just not happen.
Let's talk about the second one towards the end of the game, you in the end zone. You've got the defender draped all over you, clearly makes contact early. We freeze frame it. I saw you put it up on Twitter. Going back and looking at this one, it's almost like the same thing.
Yeah, and for them to not review it at all was even crazier. I had no chance at that one, and it just makes it really bad, especially being at home. To lose at Lambeau is definitely not a good feeling.
Sure.
It was just another missed call, and it has to be fixed in one way or another.
I can kind of tell, just talking to you about this, you're taking this loss pretty hard.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's a team. It's not all on you.
Yeah, I mean, as a true competitor, you never want to lose, especially at home. And then especially when you have an opportunity to make the play on the last play of the game, to help your team win. Especially, we were fighting that whole game.
Right.
Devontae went down, and, on the last drive or so, when we had to drive down the field, I think like 90 yards to try to go out and win that game. And to lose like that, it's just heartbreaking.
Luckily, there's a lot of opportunities still early in the season. You get some help from other teams around the league as far as playoffs are concerned about the NFC. But we got to talk about some positive stuff because you've played very, very well. And a lot of people still talking about from a couple weeks ago against the Broncos, the free play. So we get some claps. Very deservedly so. You were MVS. I know you got a ton of confidence on the free route. So I was talking to James Jones, and he's like, man, it's just a go route at that point. Mm-hmm. Why do you run faster? Like, you look at the tape if Coach shows you, but you're just gone.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a free play. So, you don't have a lot of time because if they jumped off sides, and obviously, they have a free hit at the quarterback, so you got to make a decision relatively quickly. Right. And then you got a great quarterback that can make any throw. So you got to just find an open window, and he'll get it to you.
How do you guys work on that timing? Because I know that's just a split second. You went on two, and then you were off to the races. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, we practice it every single day. And it's not like, we just practice our different cadences every single day. And, we get our defense to jump off sides, and we kind of practice it there too, So it's not something that you just randomly do. Yeah. But it's definitely something that's not, scripted, and kind of just play football at that point.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fans would love to see some more touchdowns on Sunday. I think we can expect a lot more.
For sure.
I want to talk about Davante Adams because he had an incredible night, 180 receiving yards, most in his career. You guys, at times, you've talked about it. You think you've got the best wide receiver room in the league. We saw a lot of that. And what's special about your group, especially when everybody's healthy?
You know, I think just everybody in that room can do something different.
Yeah.
You know, no one guy is the same. I mean, obviously, Davante is one of the best in the NFL, you know, and that's unmatched. But, you know, we got a lot of young guys who can go out and, you know, produce at any point in time. You know, there's a lot of guys who in our room who just are special. You know, we're all young, we're all hungry, and we're all competitors. And so, you know, with that combination, then obviously with a quarterback like Aaron, you know, it makes it pretty easy to play wide receiver.
Yeah. What about Davante's toe injury? Have you had a chance to talk to him at all, and where is he kind of at?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him today. Obviously, you know, his time frame is unknown right now. You know, with the time off, he just kind of rested, and so he hasn't really seen, you know, what he can and can't do. But, you know, he's a battler. You know, he'll try to be back as soon as possible, but definitely don't know a time frame for it.
Yeah, very curious to see what happens with him. We want to go to our drive of the game. This is brought to us by Hupy and Abraham. They remind us not to text and drive, and this is the touchdown to Jimmy Graham, tied things up. I know you've gone back and looked at this, but Jimmy, when he's healthy, he's such a big frame, great route here, and the catch. I know he had one, he wanted more, but what does Jimmy bring? Because we really have only seen him for a little bit. And there were a couple games there where he didn't have a catch, and then he's got a great performance the other night. You
know, Jimmy is just one of those guys where if you get him the ball, he's got to make a play. I mean, obviously, he's been in the NFL for quite a while and, you know, been all-pro, did pretty much everything that you can ask for, you know, as a tight end. So to have a guy like that, you know, as another pass catcher is huge for our offense. You always have to account for him at all times. So it makes the way defenses play us a little bit different. You know, it creates different matchup problems because you can't put a slower linebacker on him, and you can't put a smaller safety on him. So, you know, just create matchup problems that a lot of defenses can't handle.
Yeah, we're ready to see that against Dallas, take advantage of these matchups. Maybe get a couple calls correct from the referees just a little bit. Yeah, I think we need that. Time now for our first break here on Inside the Huddle, live from the Green Bay Distillery. We're back with MVS right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to Inside the Huddle. We are here with MVS, Marquez ValdesScantling, and I don't know if you've seen, there are a lot of 83 jerseys in the building and around the stadium.
I like it. I like it.
What's it like seeing your name on people's backs on the jerseys?
I mean, it's a dream come true. You know, it's amazing that, you know, I have fans that will support me like that. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of Green Bay jerseys that they could have bought.
Yeah.
A lot of great players on this team. So just to see mine on the back of someone's name is huge.
Speaking of great players in the offseason, you've worked out for the last 2 years with Randy Moss, Hall of Famer. What does he mean to you, and how big of a part of your process has he been?
And that's huge. Just to get a guy who's a Hall of Famer teaching you, you know, the same things that, you know, he did when he was playing and how good he was. Just to have that opportunity to grow with him and learn different things that he can teach me is huge.
Are you talking to him at all during the season now, to text here and there?
A little bit, but he knows how the football season goes, and he wants you to focus on, you know, the task at hand. So, you know, we reconnect a little bit here and there. You know, he'll check on me, you know, how things going. You know, you made a great play here and there, but other than that, no, not much.
What do you think is the one thing that maybe sticks with you most that he taught you?
Just be yourself. You know, you see a lot of guys around the NFL trying to imitate other guys. You know, you got to the league because you are who you are. You know, so obviously you can learn from other people, but always just be yourself and believe in yourself.
Yeah. Speaking of Trevor Davis, one of the guys that was always a former Packer, got traded to the Raiders, and everybody loves the former Green Bay players. He had a breakout game, a couple weeks really only in Oakland, and he had a great play, goes for this almost 75-yard touchdown on the end around Derek Carr, of course, college teammate with Davante Adams. But what's it like seeing Trev finding success here with his new team?
I was so happy for Trev just to go at it because, I mean, he's a heck of a football player. You know, obviously things didn't work out here for him. You know, they went a different direction. But, you know, to see him go out and make those plays is huge because, you know, just you want to see everybody do good, especially guys that were in your room that you got close with and, you know, formed a bond, you know, over time. So just seeing him go out and make some plays is huge. Yeah.
He's going to be here in a couple weeks on the other sideline. Any trash talk you think you got planned that week?
Nah, no trash talk.
Okay.
No, I don't play defense, so, you know, I won't have to line up against him, thank God.
Curious to see what happens with this one. We want to continue going around the league. This was a phenomenal play from the Detroit game. Travis Kelce going to catch this pass from Patrick Mahomes, and then he's got an amazing awareness to get it to LaShawn McCoy, almost like on a flea flicker, if you will. So here's the pass, the lateral. Have you ever been a part of something like that? And do you think they practiced that?
I actually have been a part of something like that, but it was definitely a planned play. I don't know if that was planned, but that was it's crazy. That was a game changer right there. And just to see those guys out there, having the awareness and having fun playing football. So, it was a crazy play to see for sure.
Do you ever just watch highlights on a Sunday or Monday after all the games and just kind of look at some of the other guys around the league and like, wow, that was just incredible?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely a student of the game. Always appreciative, especially of wide receivers and the things that they're doing. Like, man, that was a great route or a great catch or a great throw. I love just seeing offenses, be successful because it's so hard in the NFL to go out and score a bunch of points or have a bunch of yards because defenses are so good all the time. So I'm always a big fan of just seeing other guys be successful.
Yeah, excited to see you now on all those highlights here coming up this week in Dallas. We need that.
For sure.
Speaking of highlights, we got to show your hometown team. The Bucs taking on the Rams, fly all the way across the country, and they stun the reigning NFC champions. What's it like to see them achieve this type of success? Because they needed a win.
Yeah, I've always been a Bucs fan growing up. I was 30 minutes away from my hometown. I played all my college games in their stadium. I've always been a part of the Bucs and their organization and how they operate it. So just seeing them go out on the road and beat a really good Rams team is cool to see, especially score that many points. It's hard to score that many points in an NFL game, so that was cool.
Yeah, it'd be great to be a part of something like that. Have you been in a game where you've had 50 points?
Yeah, in college, we the number 2 offense in the nation. So we were scoring 40-plus points a game every week. 500-600 yards of offense. So I've definitely been a part of those games where, it was
What do you
easy.
think? We need to bring that to Green Bay?
Yeah.
50 points a game? I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, we've got more with Marquez ValdesScantling coming up. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back on Inside the Huddle live from the Green Bay Distillery. Keep it right here.
Believe in the power work plays in Green Bay history.
Okay, everybody, this is our Goodwill Power of Work moment presented by Goodwill. Going it back to the game in Dallas. Devontae with the game-winning touchdown. Goodwill celebrating 100 years like the NFL. And I remember talking to Devontae. I know Randall's down there. There's just something about playing in AT&T Stadium where you can see the ball so well. This is going to be your first opportunity.
Yeah, first time.
You pumped? What are you expecting?
Yeah, I'm always excited to go into other stadiums and play there and try to go in and get a win. It's obviously harder to win on the road, especially in a place like Dallas, when the historic part of it is just as good as Green Bay. So it's huge to go in and try to get that dub on the road.
When you're in different stadiums and the domes, when you're playing at night, can you see the ball better in certain stadiums, or is there one that kind of suits you?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Night games and day games are completely different. For sure. Lights in different stadiums are make it more difficult to see the ball at certain times, especially like when it hits the lights, because some lights are brighter than others. Luckily, we got a pretty good stadium where it doesn't affect it too much, but there's definitely some stadiums out there that are hard to play in.
So we got to talk about Randall Cobb. He's now a member of the Cowboys, was here for a long time. Are you reaching out to him at all this week? I know he's really close with Devontae. Can you he give you any tips?
Yeah, me and Cobb are pretty close too.
Yeah.
As soon as I got into the league, he was kind of showing me the ropes. Me and him still talk to this day. We talked probably like 2 weeks ago talking about his baby boy.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, me and Cobb are close. He showed me the ropes, kind of was a big brother or a mentor, if you would say, as soon as I got into the NFL, just showing me, how to do things. And, I'm excited to see him just doing so well over there in Dallas.
What do you think it's going to be like that first interaction when you see him? Going to be big smiles on both faces?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to be big smiles. It's going to be weird seeing him in those colors.
Yeah.
But, I'm definitely excited to see him go out and play well.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this game. Have you had a chance to look at the Dallas defense, and what do you see from them so far?
I got to look at them a little bit. Obviously, with today being our first day back, we haven't dug too deep into them, but I obviously got to watch the game last night, watch them play the Saints, and they got a pretty talented defense, especially there up front. So we got a good competition in front of us, and we're gonna go out and battle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What do you think, fans? A win, get back on the track, go 4-1. I think that's the feel.
Definitely the plan.
Hopefully you're enjoying this at home. We got to take another quick commercial timeout. We'll see you after the break right here live from the Green Bay Distillery. Keep it right here. Who is the toughest cornerback to go against, or maybe your favorite cornerback to go against?
Probably Jair.
I like that.
You know, he's a true competitor. You know, we battle every single day. You know, not even on the football field. We'll battle in the weight room. We'll battle in the locker room. You know, just that whole secondary is just super fun and super competitive. You know, we play all the time. We compete all the time in everything that we do. You know, that just makes us better.
Competition breeds success. That's the show. We've got Blake Martinez next week. Dallas this week as well. We'll see if the Packers get back on track. Thanks for watching Inside the Huddle.